John and Jane were in the same class at university studying financial accounting. After graduation, fate took them through different paths of life. 5 years later, Jane ended up as an accountant in a building firm earning 3 million Rwandan francs gross monthly. Meanwhile, John on the other hand, couldn't secure a job and ended up a taxi driver. He makes at least 150,000 Rwandan francs daily, and if he works for only 30 days in a month, he makes 4,500,000 Rwandan francs that month. One evening, Jane closed from work and was at the bus stop waiting for a taxi when John stopped for her. She hopped in, but little did she know it was John. She immediately got lost in her phone. When she reached her destination and was about to pay, that's when they recognized each other. "Is this you?" They both asked themselves simultaneously as if they had planned it. Jane gave him money, but John insisted she keep it. He was happy to see her, and for old time's sake, he left the money for her even when she insisted that she wanted to pay. They both exchanged contact numbers and left. Well, Jane went home that night and was lost in thought. Not as if John was looking bad, but John driving taxi? She couldn't wrap her head around it. She pitied him. Felt sorry for him. If John had allowed her, she would have paid him and begged him to keep the change. Little did she know that John actually owns another 2 taxis running for him. He is a landlord already, but because he was driving a taxi, she felt pity for him. On the other hand, John felt sorry for himself too. Before he slept that night, he remembered Jane, how neatly she was dressed with nice perfume scent. She must be earning over 10 million Rwandan francs per month, he said to himself. He felt ashamed. He felt like a failure, and he felt she was way ahead of him financially and otherwise. Little did he know that, if Jane subtracts her transportation fare, tax, PAYE, accommodation and food money from her monthly salary, it will take her months to earn what he earns monthly. Sadly, this is some of our reality. We measure our progress and success with that of your friends, classmates, and relatives with very limited information we have about them. You think yours is worse because you look dirtier, you think yours is worse because you are not in corporate suits, you think yours is worse because the other person acts and looks nicer. Life is not a competition. Stop comparing things that you don't have the full picture of. Hustle hard. Money has left offices, it's now on the streets. The lesson behind this is this. If you are prepared to do the jobs others don't want to do, you will live in a house they cannot afford to live, eat food they cannot afford to eat, and live a life they cannot afford to live.